Hello and welcome to a quick demonstration of the SV eyeballs. Good eyeballs are extremely important to bring life to your characters. A normal sphere with a texture doesn't give you as much depth than an actual modeled iris and cornea. So for my character, named Quinn, you can see right here, I created an eye setup that I would like to share with you. Feel free to use this setup on your commercial and non-commercial projects. The most important part for realistic eyes is this reflection or specular right here. This really makes the eyes shine and brings them to life. This is achieved by actually modeling the eyeball and cornea and giving it transparency and refraction. Right here I've used a gradient for the transparency in the eyeball material. So you will get this nice shadow and soft edge, which will also add depth to the eyes. In my setup, the eyelids also follow the movement of the eyes, as if the cornea would push the eyelid. This adds a lot of realism to the eye movement, so when you are working on an eye setup of your own, make sure to include this. Alright, now for the functions. This is the setup you'll get, and with this controller you set the orientation of both eyes. But you can also control left and right eyes separately by using these two controllers. To make your character squint, you can move the target closer to the eyes. The eyes will always focus the point where this target sits. Alright, in here you've got the general controls on the SV eyeballs. You can set up the eye distance and enable and disable the hypernerves right here. You can also set up a low resolution in your viewport. Below that are the eyelid controls. You can control the left upper eyelid and the left lower eyelid, and when both eyelids are set to 100, the eye is closed. But of course you can also go over 100 when you want to position the gap of the eyelid somewhere else. You can also twist the eyelids to something like this to make your character look mad or sad. So with the twist of the eyeballs you can also support the emotion of the character. With this controller you can change the eye size, and with this controller you can grow or shrink the iris to make him look cute, or if you turn it around you can make him look shocked. In the material manager you can find 4 iris types. You just drop them to the iris in your right eye target. So for example we've got a green eye, or a blue iris, or even a blue iris with a yellow specular. So feel free to play around with the eye colors in this shader or even replace the iris image. The iris texture is created by Jan Dreves. I found this texture on Wikipedia, so just visit the link below to see the picture's license. In the right eye you can also find an FFD deformer to give you a cartoon look. So it stretches the eye a little bit. The same is over here. And I'll just make the FFD deformer visible for a short moment, so you can select the points and just stretch the eye as you want. I've also included an FFD deformer without any deformation, so you can stretch the eye freely as you want, as you like. You can also use this deformer to scale the eye. The Espresso setup isn't locked, so feel free to change everything on the setup to fit your needs. Right here you find the controls for the eye distance, and this also controls the eyelid twist. This tag is for the hypernerve settings, and right here you get all the controls of the eyelids. And here is the setup for the eyeball morphs. So have fun with this little tool and check back soon.